Hello guys, in this section I want to talk about X arguments in the Python. Let's go and let's define a simple function for now with the name, for example, adder. It will give three arguments A, B and C, and after that it will print out the A plus B plus C. It's some simple function that we learned how to create them and how to call them. So let's go and let's call this function adder, and for example let's pass 1, 2, 3, and let's simply run this code, and as you can see in our output we can see 6. Okay, everything is okay right now. But what will happen if I put another argument here? I want to add these 4 numbers instead of 3 numbers that I had. What will happen here? If I run this part of the code, it will return an error, and it said we are expecting 3 arguments, but you are passing 4, and we are receiving type error right now. In this case, something that will help us is arguments, X arguments. How we can use that? Let's define a simple function again with the name adder. We want to add some numbers, but we don't know how many arguments and how many numbers we have here. How we can handle this situation? Simply, instead of writing A, B, C and other arguments, we can simply write a star and, for example, numbers. Okay, it's something that I'm using, and after that we can write a for numbers, for number in numbers. Just I want to print number for now, and after that we can go through the add functionality. Let's call this function first time with this, another time with, for example, just 9, and let's see what will happen. As you can see here, everything is okay. We are not receiving any error and everything working fine right now. For the first line, line 10, we are receiving these prints 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the last line that we have here, we are receiving this print. Okay, when we are using these kind of arguments, we can pass as many arguments as we want. So let's go and let's implement the sum functionality here. How we can handle that? Simply we can define a variable here. The name of the variable is sum, and the default value and initial value of that will be 0. After that, here I can say sum equal to sum plus number. Simply it will return sum of all the numbers that we are passing to the function. Let me run it again and let's see what we'll have. Oh, let's just print it. When the 4 finish, we can print sum here, and let's run it again. As you can see here, we have 10. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 will be 10. So let's go and trace the code. It's a simple for loop, and we'll go through these numbers that we have. At first, and in first situation, sum will be equal to 0 because the first value of the, initial value of the sum is 0, plus 1 we have here. After that, the value of sum will be 1. Okay, so in next step we will have sum equal to 1 plus, now for the number we have 2 because we are going through this list. Okay, after that sum is 3, and we have 3 again as a number here, and for last step we will have sum, and this sum right now is 6, and we can have it plus 4 as our last number here. It's something that we are using x arguments. But what will happen if we want to pass like this: a equal to 1, b equal to 2, c equal to 3, and for example d equal to 4. What will happen if we want to pass numbers like this? It will return error, and in this case, if we want to add and pass the argument like this with keywords that we have, we should use another approach that I will discuss in next session. But this approach and x arguments is just for the non-keyword call. What am I mean? If you want to call just like this without any keyword, we can use this x argument. Okay, let's go and let's have another example here, and let's see what we have. Let's assume that we want to have a function with the name my function, and after that, as a first argument, we know that we want to pass the name as a first argument in this function, and after that, we don't know how many arguments we will have. Let's assume that, for example, we want to, in some situation we will pass last name, in some situation we will pass age, or anything else. So, and we want to simply print this, and for example, let's provide the for through these arguments for arg in args. We can simply, for example, print just f string with name, a space, and argument that we have here. Okay, and let's run this function. Let's at first call this function, and after that we can run our code. My function, the name will be, for example, Hussein, and as argument we can, for example, pass last name like this. For example, we can pass age. We can pass anything that we want, as many as we want here. And what will happen, as soon as I run the code, you can see Hussein, it's print with this variable at first, or it's better to say for this argument. After that, this one, and this one. So we are now understood that how we should use x arguments and in which situation we should use them.